Going to go to Queensland, Australia, for the Chats. They're a garage punk rock outfit. Came from Queensland. This is their debut album, High Risk Behaviour. And if you're not familiar with the name The Chats, there's a good chance you'll be familiar with their song Smoko. So as a whole, the Chats have had like a really weird. That's the wrong button. I didn't want to press that at all. The Chats have had like a really weird build and really odd ascension, I guess you could say. So they had the song Smoko, went crazy viral. How many plays is it on? It is on 8 million, nearly, well, 8.7 million listens on Spotify. I think almost like 10 times as much on YouTube. So they went viral on that, as a weird song. It's all about just going for a fag break, but in Australian. From there, they got signed to Universal after the EP came out. Before? I think it was before, actually. Signed to Universal, got the EP out, and from there they've made their own sub-label called Bargain Bins Record. So they've gone from initially it was four lads from Australia, just dicking around, and now they're on Universal, and then they've got their own label. It's a kind of weirdly heartwarming story. It's such an old school punk rock aesthetic that's made it big. These are short songs. It's a very garagey kind of sound. They write about the most mundane, normal things, not in a mensing kind of way where they romanticize it or anything like that. It's that you got songs on here that are about pub food. You got some songs on here that are about STIs. And it's a weird thing to see, because obviously alternative music fan, we've seen a lot of weird and wonderful things go up the rankings over the years, but this is definitely one of the more weirder ones. As for the album itself, it's very high energy punk rock. It doesn't quite go to borders or to the words of frenetic, whatever, or cathartic, and just it's fast and angry and you punch things. It's got a sound and aesthetic that's on par with the likes of Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, Ramones, Sex Pistols, that kind of ilk. So it's very grounded, it's very brash. The only time it really deviates from a bunch of lads having a jolly is the song The Kids Need Guns. The Kids Need Guns, too many S's. And that's kind of... A lot of their song titles are pretty self-explanatory, but this is just slagging off America and gun control, really, which I think now... Modern day punks, that's kind of like a rite of passage. Whereas before it was shitting on your own government, now it's shitting on America's government. It is the done way. Otherwise, you've got songs like Better Than You, The Clap, Keep the Grubs Out. Why am I trying to think? The fucking title tracks right in front of me. Yeah, their title tracks are just very, very on point and on brand. You've got Drunk and Disorderly, Dine and Dash, Do What I Want. I feel like songs like Stinker and Ross River are probably more familiar with Australians. Don't know why I have to keep saying Australians like that, but there's no nuance, there's no hidden subtext. It is just there you go. I thought so. You've got the guitarist Pricey. I think his guitar work probably stands out the most out of the album, which is saying something. A genre like this, like punk, garage punk, that kind of thing, it can be quite limiting on what you can do. It just all depends on how you do power chords and your transitions and things like that. I think he's done a great job of keeping things creative and trying to have different ideas on what he can do. It's chord progressions as much as it is riffs. You can hear little, some in the lower end of things, but a lot of it comes into high, the higher end of the neck. So it's kind of more ska-y, but with a bit more bollocks behind it. I think his guitar work is really, really great. super creative, and it stops the album just being like one long thing of chord, 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 chord. Now he's singing about dicks, chord, 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 chord. Now he's singing about being drunk. You've actually got some nuances, and you got some, not nuances. I just said there's no nuance. You just got some separation between each song, and each song's got a bit more personality behind it based on his guitar playing. I thought this album it's just insanely likable. It's so easy. It's probably the easiest album I've listened to in a very long time. You don't have to worry about what are they really talking about, or what could it mean. Is the sky really blue? The sky is so fucking blue on this album. And yeah, there's no point trying to like fish around for other superlatives. It's just super simple, very honest, and it honestly just keeps with the theme of just three lads just having a party all the time. And with the current climate as it is, it's pretty apt. It's quite nice, and it's a summery album. So listen to it with the sun out, which is kind of out. It's murky. It's hot as hell, but it's murky outside. It's very keeping for the weather at the moment. So give it a go. The album is called High Risk Behaviour. It's by the band called The Chats. Yeah, it's just really, really dumb, really fun punk rock.